Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBASE.com. Welcome to your weekly CO2 review. Actually, in today's video, I'm going to be touching Bitcoin, and it's the 30th Commitments of Traders report. So I know the 31st is out when you're watching this video, but I'm not going to be here. I'm going into the Canadian wilderness on a nice little canoe trip to Temagami, so I'm not going to be able to do my usual weekly reviews. So I'm actually recording this video earlier this week, and I'm going to be doing a special analysis on Bitcoin as it has reached more than 5 years of COT history by now. And I just want to go over and see if we find any interesting correlations between the data in the COT report and, of course, Bitcoin, the market. Currently, this is the only cryptocurrency that has COT data on, and I just thought, why not do a video on it? If you are new to COT analysis, then you will find a lot of educational material here on COTBASE.com, not only in written format, but we do have some useful videos as well that can guide you through the analysis process. Of course, we're here to help you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment underneath the video or send me an email to info@cotbase.com. And please don't forget to like the video if you enjoy the content, and hit the notifications button so you're notified if there's any new video coming out. Follow us on Twitter or X, Facebook, and Instagram. We launched these pages not that long ago. But let's get to Bitcoin. So as you can see, that's the only market I have selected. Once again, this is the 30th COT report. It was issued 26th of July. Let's open the chart. Let's start off with the 1 year time frame and look if we see any correlations between larger changes in the market, in the COT report with regard to the price action. And you can see starting off from August of last year, we had a much larger than average change in both commercials and large speculators' net positions. Usually this direction of change is a bearish COT change signal. However, the market was kind of stagnating throughout that time. We got a bullish COT change signal right over here. But as I always say, I like to see change signals in the opposite direction as the market is currently moving. And by that time, the market was already rising significantly. Over here, we have a larger than average change, a bearish change signal. However, it's coming at the wrong time. So we already have witnessed a bit of a decline by the time we get this larger than average bearish change signal. And then suddenly the next week, we get a bullish one. Of course, this week could consider to be successful as it happened around the bottom over there. Then we have a bullish change signal right around this top. I wouldn't call that anything useful. Then we get two bearish, larger than average changes, both pointing downwards. I mean, one can argue that it was successful as the market did actually dip in the next few days. But overall, I would say, based off of this 1 year chart I have in front of me, I don't really see any huge value in following these larger than average changes in traders' net positions as of right now. And once again, don't forget, COT data is not derived from price. It's a unique data. It basically divides open interest into the main trader categories, thus allowing you some insight on what large traders are doing. In the case of Bitcoin, I don't really see, at least the short-term indicator, CO2 change signal is not really helpful. Now, moving on to a 5, or actually we can just switch to the all-time chart. Let's see if we see any correlation between COT extremes. Well, one thing I would note is just around this top, we had a all-time bullish extreme in large speculators' net position. At the same time, we had small speculators at an all-time net long level, which is surprising, as usually small speculators are correlating more with large speculators. As you can see here, that's not the case. So that's something interesting to witness. Actually, if I switch to the 5-year chart, maybe it's more clear this way. Then we get a all-time bullish COT extreme over here in January of 2023. At least if you look at the horizontal line, that's the largest net position at the time. And it is, I would say, successful determining the change in the trend. We do see the market rise from there. Here we have a bearish COT extreme without the proper effect that we would expect. The market actually rallied from there. So to be very honest with you, I don't think there's much of a value in the COT report for Bitcoin. And that's pretty much the reason why I do not include it in my COT reviews. However, using our own unique iCOT intraday indicator, I'll show you in a second, which was developed after many years of research, and it is based off of the concepts of COT analysis. I do see some interesting results here. Let's just set it up together. So the first thing we're going to add is the iCOT scores. Okay, this is kind of the heart and the soul of the indicator, and it is what really shows similar information as what we see in COT charts. However, it is not the data itself from CFTC. I'd like to emphasize that as much as possible. So this is the daily candlestick chart on Bitcoin. We added the iCOT scores lines. It's kind of the stress measuring tool for us. And for now, let's just look at the basic iCOT signals. And as you can see, if we start from the very beginning, we have a this red vertical line. We call it a bearish stripe signal. When both commercials and large speculators are at an extreme, we just simply call the green and the red line as we would do with classic COT data. It's just easier to understand the correlation. So that, I believe, is a successful signal measuring stress around this top. It's a bearish stress suggesting weakness coming, which has come afterwards. And throughout this decline, we do see a wonderful single signal from the red line commercials at this interim top. And as the market moves down, we do get vertical bullish stripe signals that I would say are very, very accurate, really catching the bottom in Bitcoin over here in June of 2022. Now, of course, if you go forward, you can see more and more examples. I am going to change the chart to a 4-hour candlestick chart. You can see we have a few very decent signals. But of course, if you are serious and you want some more help, you may consider adding the iCOT intraday indicator with AfterSignal. And what the AfterSignal does is it filters out a lot of the signals that would otherwise be unsuccessful. Now, the first thing I usually do is I add two of these signals, and I point one on the long side of trades, so any long signal actually, so not just stripe signals, and then I point the other one to any short opportunities like that. Okay, and right away you can see that it is very helpful. This is a 1-hour candlestick chart. Once again, this bottom over here in July, a couple weeks ago, was very well signaled with this stripe signal. Another bottom here once again. This red line, the bearish stripe signal, was unsuccessful. But of course, as in the case with a lot of indicators and tools, they're not 100% bulletproof. And that's the case with our indicator as well. Switching to, let's say, a 15-minute candlestick chart. Here you can see an example. So you can see we are getting these bullish signals from the indicator. However, the after signal will tell us when the time is right to enter the market, and it catches this move upwards very, very well. Another beautiful signal is this sell at this top, and this was actually on Monday, and actually this is still in progress. You can see that this red line, which we call the stop line, is kind of carrying your trade downwards. Very, very good tool over there. Let's look at a 5-minute candlestick chart, and let's close off with a 1-minute candlestick chart and just see what the indicator is capable of. I would say that it is pretty useful to use on shorter time frames, and that's why it's called the iCOT Intraday Indicator, because it is meant for those who trade intraday or those who are just really wanting to find the best possible entry and exit points in their trading. So this was a special video. Once again, I won't be here for the 31st Commitments of Traders report. Of course, it will be available on the website and it will update. So if you are interested in that, then please visit us at COTBASE.com. I appreciate your attention. Thank you very much for being with me. If you like the content, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It means a lot. Thank you for being with me. I wish you guys a wonderful weekend. By the time you're watching this, it's going to be the weekend, and I will be back as soon as possible. Take care. Goodbye.